All right, Shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha Kodash. The honors be to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone and rule well. Peace, blessing, salutation be to the hopeful elect. All right, Lord, without this lesson is edifying to the lambs of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which is the entire purpose of this video. All right, I just want to go ahead and get into something real quick. Decided to stop, take a break. I'm going to go ahead and head over to Isaiah 33 and 6. Because, you know, this truth, it's about a lot more than just making videos, bro. You know, this truth is about a lot more than reading a couple chapters. You know, this truth is a lot more than, you know, what some people make it out to be. You know, this is literally life and death that we're dealing with right here. All right, these scriptures have power to them. You know, they're when you apply these scriptures to your life, you're on a whole new level. You know, you're on a type of level that the Lord, you know, through His mercy, through His abundant mercy, and Tawadi al Shai for that. If you sincerely apply these scriptures to your life, the Lord will use you, you know, as a vessel to preach His word, to be delivered from the coming destruction. You know, because majority of these people, it's important to understand, majority of these people rely on carnality, and carnality has no fruit. You know, to summarize it up, carnality is not actually going to benefit you in the long run. One of the biggest things that people put their trust in is money. You know, because let's be honest. I mean, if you have money, if you're a billionaire, you can buy just about everything. You know, look at the elites, right? You can buy anything. You can you know, buy power, and you know, so because you can buy corporations, you can gain, you know, authority, you know, through money. So in this world, money is you know, which even in the scripture it talks about money as a defense. You know, because you know we receive daily bread, but this keeps us afloat. Money is a defense. You know, especially because it tells you to use the world, not abuse it. So we're supposed to be working. We're supposed to be, you know, getting some form of income so we can, of course, stay afloat, so we can continue to, you know, push this word. But when you have money like the so-called Illuminati, you can buy anything, right? You know, Jay-Z, Drake, even those guys, you know, those sellout Israelites, they can buy damn near anything with money, right? You know, but what is one thing they say in the world? They say money can't buy happiness. So you can buy, you know, you could buy women, you could buy corporations, you could buy gold, you could buy silver, you could buy weapons, you could buy a bunker, you know, you could buy a space station, you could buy, you know, alcohol, so many different things, you know, but like people say, money can't buy you happiness. Well, the true happiness is this word. This word is what, you know, if you're an Israelite, this word, it inspires you, it motivates you to continue to fight, because you know, these scriptures give us hope. Because it's through the scriptures, which are faithful and true, like it says in 2 Ezra 15 and 2. Through these scriptures, we understand that there's a kingdom coming. We understand that this isn't where our story ends. This is actually where our story begins. It tells you in 2 Ezra 6 and 9 that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. Through these scriptures, we understand that we have a Messiah coming to deliver us from the hell that's about to come upon this place. We have hope. You can't buy that with money. You can't buy this truth with money. And according to this right here, Isaiah chapter 33 verse 6, it says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure." So if you're actually applying these scriptures, you're actually sincere about this thing, your house is built upon a rock. So when these different tempests come, you know, I'm just using that as an analogy. These different tempests come, which is really what the scriptures, you know, we're talking about the storm. You know, when they're talking about how your foundation is not going to be, you know, it's not gonna fail you. You're gonna be founded. You know, you're gonna be stabilized. You're gonna be rooted in, and nothing's gonna be able to change that. Whether it be, you know, physical plagues, whether it be demons fucking with your head, whatever, right? But money can't buy that rock foundation, because that rock foundation is these scriptures, man. Money can buy the sand, but guess what? That's not going to last. You see? And the, you know, to prove that money isn't going to save you, look at the elites once again. It tells you, in fact, let me get this real quick. Because they got more money than any Israelite on this planet. Right? So, if they can't escape judgment, what makes you think that you can? You know? Because you have $10,000. You see, these different things are about to become, it's about to become very obvious what, you know, aspects of life actually carry some form of value. Because your 9-to-5 job, you know, it's going to come to a point soon where you're going to have to make the choice. You know, are you going to conform to the beast, or are you going to follow Yahweh B'Shem Shai? Because like it says, like Yahweh Shai said, I believe, Matthew 6:24, no man can serve two masters. He'll hate the one and love the other, roughly paraphrasing. Right? So when it comes to the point where, okay, you got to make a decision, either you're going to sin against the Most High, or you're going to, you know, say, you know, metaphorically speaking, F you, Esau, and I'm gonna continue to serve the Lord and face the persecution from that. You got to make a choice. You're not going to be able to ride the fence no more. The fence is coming to an end. All right, pretty soon you got to decide which side of the property you're going to be on. You know? And for those that want to keep straddling the fence, they don't know what side they want to be on. Well, Revelations 3 talks about that, being lukewarm. The Lord's going to throw you to the other side. Because it tells you, Yahweh Shai said in Matthew 12:30, I believe, that he that is not with me is against me. And that's exactly what it is. So, and that goes to us too. We have to put off that weak nature. Our father, our mother, grandparents, cousins, uncles, brothers, sisters, whoever. If they're not down with the program, if they're not down with Yahweh B'Shem Shai, then they're our enemies. Now, it doesn't mean you cuss them out and beat them up, or no, but you just understand that they can't be trusted, and you understand that your path does not go the same direction as theirs. In fact, it talks about the paths in Matthew the 7th chapter. All right, 13 and the 14th verse. They're talking about the straight gate and the broad gate. You see, so you got to make a choice. Which gate are you going to walk down? You see, and once you enter down that straight gate, you can't turn back. You can, but all that's going to be waiting for you is destruction. All right, but this is Amos chapter 9, verse 2. It says, though they dig into hell, it's talking about these DUMBs, deep underground military bases, these different bunkers that the elites have created under the crust of the earth. Then shall mine hand take them, though they climb up to heaven, talking about, you know, the space stations. Thence will I bring them down. So, point being, the wicked elites are not going to be able to escape judgment, even though they have the fatness of the earth. They have all the money that you could possibly imagine. So that shows you, you know, because, like I said, wisdom and knowledge is going to keep you stable. Not money. Okay? So Jake needs to understand that there's more important things out here than money. You know, Yahweh Shai also said, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. You see? So it's important to understand that we need to have our mind focused on this ministry. We need to be focused on, you know, salvation. We need to be focused on building up that spiritual bank account. Okay, because these different carnalities here, these different commodities that we have, and of course we're grateful for, you know, to have a car, to have a house, these different things, but at the end of the day, all these things are going to be taken from us. All right, we're going to have to lose all these things. All these things are tangible. Okay, these things won't last. But this knowledge, it will. All right, for eternity, man. All right. Go ahead and go to Proverbs. Well, actually, yeah. Let me get Proverbs chapter 3. Proverbs chapter 3, I'm going to start at 13. It says, happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding, which that's all given from the Lord. See, and many people are called to receive this wisdom, but only few actually accept it. You know, and even fewer actually endure to the end. Okay, it says, happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding, because it's more to it than just, okay, the Bible. Because I'm trying to figure out the right way to word this without sounding like an idiot, right? you get knowledge from the Bible, but like the Ethiopian eunuch who was an Israelite told Apostle Philip, because Apostle Philip, was wondering, I believe it's in Acts 6, well, how can I understand what this is saying if nobody, if there's no man to teach me? So Apostle Philip had to sit down and teach him the scriptures so he could understand it. It tells you in Isaiah that thine eyes shall see thy teachers, which we know through faith is the apostle and elders great millstone on down. All right, so you get understanding from the Bible, but it's not just like, okay, let me just read, now all of a sudden I'm filled with knowledge. No, first of all, you need to get taught. Second of all, you need to apply, you need to have patience. It's going to take time. You're not just going to understand the whole Bible in 1 week, or even in the first year. We're always learning. If you got men that have been in this thing for 35 plus years and they tell you that they're still learning, how much more us? There's always more to learn. There's always different things that can expand our knowledge of the Bible. But the most important thing is to be a good brother and to have faith. To apply the scriptures, the scriptures that to actually apply them and utilize them in your daily life. Okay? Because anybody can buy a Bible. Anybody can have a Bible in their house. Anybody can read the Bible. You see? But only a select few can actually understand it. And because that's the one thing. There's a difference between reading and comprehending. These are not the same things. Okay? These are not the same things at all. And that's going to be very well known once hell breaks loose, because a lot of these people out here are deceived. They're following their own heart. Proverbs 3 and 5, which since I'm in that chapter, let me get that. It says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not onto thine own understanding. So you got people out there that still believe Jesus Christ is the name of the Lord, and that he's a so-called white man that's coming to deliver everybody. You still got people out there that think God is all up. Well, these things are certainly not the case, because judgment is starting to come down upon people. Obviously there's something going on if people die, and you got people in the world saying, oh, how could, it's too soon, or he was such a good young man. Well, clearly there's something going on, that you're not understanding. Because that's one thing about the Bible. It allows you to, I guess you could say, take a little spoonful of Yahweh Shemel Shai's thought process. Because we understand that the Lord's thoughts are way above ours. But through the scriptures, we understand why certain things happen. We understand why a 3-year-old toddler was hit by a bus. We understand that. We understand that was judgment, from a past life. And we understand that the Lord is righteous in all his works. So through the scriptures, it allows us to understand how the Most High operates, which allows us to conduct ourselves a certain way. Because we're not going to be, we shouldn't be so caught up and worried about bills and caught up and worried about ailments and these different things, because we know the outcome of these scenarios belongs to the Lord. All right, but this is Proverbs chapter 3, verse 15. Or Salakia 14. For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. So it's saying this wisdom is better than gold and silver. And that's not even, that gold and silver is tears. I mean, tears and tears and tears above this fiat currency, the U.S. petrodollar. All right? So clearly, if gold and silver isn't, because the scriptures even talk about that. Ezekiel 7, how they're going to cast there's gold and silver into the streets, or silver into the streets, roughly paraphrasing. These different, even actual wealth and riches, which is gold, silver, land, resources, cattle, family, these different things are not going to deliver them. Okay? It says, verse 15, she is more precious than rubies, and all the things thou canst desire are not to be compared unto her. So there is nothing, not a single thing in this planet, in this society that you can get that is better than the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right? So we need to make sure that we're doing everything in our mortal power. We need to make sure we're fasting, praying, begging the Most High that he doesn't strip this spirit from us, that he continues to allow us to walk, in the spirit, to continue to, actually live this truth. All right, so Lord will, if this was edifying to the elect, and I was kind of rocking the boat a little bit. I wasn't necessarily in one spot, but, Lord will was edifying, giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Al Shai Ba'Shem Chahak Wadash. Double honors be to the apostle, and elders, great most on the rule well. Peace, blessing, salutation be to the hopefully black. That says Shalom, Walter Abba. So like I'm trying to fix this, make it smaller again. Shalom.